Hare Krishna. Welcome to Saturday Bhagavad Gita class, and we are reading from chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, which is um, contents of Gita summarized. And let's start with the Mangalacharana prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
Yena
येन
Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhishtam Thapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutah Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahgana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तविंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. How are we? How are Madhuri Mataji and
I am
Saloni?
good, Prabhuji. Thank you. By Krishna's grace, all good. Thank you.
That's wonderful. So that's very good. Chapter 2. So did we do verse 5 only, right? Last time?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you by hearted the 5 verses?
No. No. Next time.
There is no next time.
Need not by heart.
Okay, let's chant the first 5 verses together. I will chant and you repeat. Sanjay Uvacha Tam Tatha Kripayavishtam Ashruपूर्णकुलेक्षणं Vishidantam Idam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudana.
Sanjaya uvacha tam tatha कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषिदन्तम् idam vakyam उवाच
मधुसूदना
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Vishame Samupasthitam Anaryushtam Asvargyam Akirti Karamarjuna.
श्रीभगवान् उवाच
कुतस्त्वाकशमलमिदम् विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यस्तम्
अनर्यष्टम्
अपर्यन्तम्
अपर्यन्तम्
अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन.
अकीर्तिकरम्
Verse 3. Klebhyam masma gamah partha naitatvayupapadyate Shudram hridaya daurbalyam Vyaktotishtha parantapa.
क्लैब्यम् स्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते
पते
शूद्रम् हृदय दौर्बल्यम् त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप.
Verse 4. Arjuna uvacha katham bhishmamaham sankhe drodam cha madhusudana ishubhi patiyosyami pujahar arisudana.
Arjuna Uvacha
Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhye Dronam
Dronam
Cha
cha
Madhusudana
Madhusudana
Ishu
Ishu
Bhipati Yoshjami
Puja Harisu.
Harisudana.
Verse 5. Be careful while listening to it and then chanting. It's a different tune. Guru Nahatva hi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhoktam Bhaktam Ashiha Loke Hatvartha Kamastu Guru Nihaiva Bhunjiya Bhogan Rudira Pradignan.
Gurun hatva hi mahanubhavan
Shreyo Bhuktam Bhaksham
Viksham
Apipalate
haloke
Havat
hatva kamastu guruni heva
Bhunjiya Bhogan
rudirakdittam.
Prati.
All right, thank you. So, until Arjuna's questions are still continuing in the second chapter, but here he is raising very important points. However, Krishna is also scolding him here, or rather chastising him, saying that Klebyam mas maggama partha. So from where did the thoughts coming to your mind? And you are becoming Hrudaya Daurabalyam, you know, you are becoming weakened at heart. And how can you are being a Parantapa, you are being such a uh, great warrior, how can these kind of thoughts come to your mind? So, Kutastva Kashmalabidam, Klebyam Sama, uh, Kutastham Kashmalabidam. From where are you getting this?
Vishame samupasthitam.
Vishame Samupastitam. Anarya Swargam. You are behaving like an Arya. Aryan's behavior is very different than what you are behaving at the moment. And this will bring akirti to you. Akirti means infamy. If you run away from the battlefield, it will bring you akirti, Karam Arjuna. So how can you behave like this? From where did it come to you? Kutaswam, from where did it come to you? And you are behaving like an Arya. Aryans are very, very brave and they never run away from the battlefield. And how can you behave like this, dear Arjun? You shouldn't be behaving like this. From where did this thought come to your mind? And then he says, Klebhyam masmagama partha netatva yupapadyate. O son of Pratha. Why is saying the son of Pratha? Because Pratha is Kunti Maharani and Kunti's son, who is the grandson of Prithu Maharaj, right? So how can you behave like this? And Prithu Maharaj, being a very great warrior, and his grandson shouldn't be behaving like this. How can you behave like this? With the petty weaknesses of the heart and arise. Leave away your petty weakness, O chastiser of the enemy. So he said Parantapa. The Parantapa means the one who is the chastiser of enemy. Means he is running after the enemies and making them sure that they either they have killed or they run away and they surrender to him in the battle or any war. Right? In the fifth one, again, Arjuna said, Arjuna Uvacha, Katham Bhishma Maham Sankhe, Dhurnam Cha Madhusudana, Ishubhi Patiyotsami Pujahar Arisudana. How can I kill people like Bhishma and Dronam Cha Madhusudana? And he's asking to whom? Madhusudana. He's um, saying Krishna's name as Madhusudana here because he is talking about Bhishma and Drona, who are very worshipable people on the Kurut side. And Ishubhipati Yosyami, Puja Har Arisudana. I say, instead of killing them, they are, how can I kill such worshipable people. Puja har arisudana. So they are like people who I should be worshipping. And how can I kill them? So Arjuna's doubts are still continuing from verse number 1 to verse number 10. So uh, Arjuna had substantiated this his reading with these points, and in this verse, Guruna Hatvahi Mahanubhava as well. So, what actually Arjuna is saying in this Guruna Hatvahi Mahanubhava, that it is would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. And something which is tainted with blood, how can one enjoy? And with the blood of whom? The Guru like people, Bhishma like people, who are the great warriors, and my grandfather, grand, great, uh, grandfather like people. So they are such uh, personalities to whom we can't even think in our dreams to kill. You know. So Gurun Ahatva. Hatva means to kill. Ahatva means not to kill. Gurun Ahatva. Yeah. So without killing my relatives, Mahanubhavan. Who are the Mahanubhavas? Those who are the great personalities. And they are Mahanubhava. They are worshipable people. They are very, very uh, respectable people. So somebody might say that yes, he might be a guru, but he has not acted properly. So he is no longer a guru. So in Mahabharata also, there is a verse that if a guru acts in unworthy way, then the guru can be rejected. So we have the examples of this when Bali Maharaj acted against the will of Shukracharya. He is a priest, but he is also acting like a spiritual master. Since Drona and Bhishma didn't say anything and allowed Draupadi's Vastraharan in the assembly of Kauravas, you know, so they were also contaminated then in that sense. So now they are not in worthy of being a guru. As if guru comes down, he will not remain a guru. For example, Bali Maharaj and Shukracharya. But Arjun's point is that they are still Mahanubhav, though they have committed some mistake. How can we, do like that? In the family also, we see that sometimes your mother may say something by mistake, something, and which is not expected out of her, or father says something, or your elder brother says something, or elder sister says something, or you might do that. Your sons and daughters are not going to punish you for that because at some times we have been discounted. But here the point is of religion, and uh, it's a question of life and death. Because in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, they have assembled for a war that is either to kill or to get killed. There is only two. There's only binary answer, 0 or 1. Hmm? So Mahabharata is understood at two levels, at devotional level and duty bound level. Okay. So duty bound means Bhishma as a grandfather and Dronacharya as a guru. Okay. But both in that situation, what they are, they have eaten the salt of Kauravas. So they were duty bound to them. So because they have eaten their salt, they can't fight against, they have to side them. And that's where the problem is. So other problem with Bhishma was that he had taken the vow. What kind of vow he had taken? Because he
Never
is a
to
he is in the salt of Kauravas, and also he has taken the vow of not dying unless he wants to die
give.
himself. He has Ichha Mrityu and also remain lifetime celibacy. and his lifelong was unlimited. He could live for 1,000 years as well. So that was the, Bhishma Pratigya that is being called, and which was very, very difficult for people like us to understand. But because it is written in the Shastras by Srila Vyasadeva, and the knowledge is coming from Krishna to bring Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, and to us by various acharyas in the written form, we have to trust it because Shabda Praman is the biggest and most authentic proof that we have in front of us, and that's the reason we have to uh, you know trust it, believe it, and learn it from there and go ahead. Okay, so any questions so far? I just wanted to revise this verse so that we
Yeah.
get context, and then we can go
Yes.
to the next verse. No questions, Saloni?
No question, no.
Okay, wonderful. No question, that means either you have understood completely or not understood anything. So, okay, so next verse I will chant. It is hard to uh, chant, but just give it a
Fine.
try. We'll give it a couple of tries and then we'll go ahead. न चैतद्विद्वकतरन्नु गरियो यद्वा जयेयं यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम तेव स्थिता प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रः. Okay, I'll go one line at a time. न चैतद्विद्वकतरन्नु गरियो
न
Naichaya
चैतद्विद्वा
vidma
कतरं
kataram
न गर्यो
nagariyam
यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः
यद्वा जयेम
maya divano
जयेयुः
यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम
यानेव
yani
हत्वा
mahatmana
न
jivasama
विशामि
स्थेव स्थिता प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रा.
देवस्ता
Devastita pramukhe
राष्ट्रः
Dhartarashtra.
Now, two lines at a time. न चैतद्विद्वकर्तरन्नो गरियो यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः.
न
Natya vidma
चैतन्नो गर्यो
kataranagariyo yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyu
यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम तेव स्थिता प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रः.
यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम
Devastita
प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रः.
Okay, wonderful. So, translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we killed the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Let's read the translation again. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we killed the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. So let's read the purport. Salul, do you want to read the purport, please?
So, Arjun did not know whether he should fight and risk unnecessary violence, although fighting is a duty of the Kshatriyas, or whether he should refrain and live by begging. If he did not conquer the enemy, begging would be his only means of subsistence. Nor was there certainty of victory, because either side might emerge victorious. Even if victory awaited them and their cause was justified, still, if the son of Dhritarashtra died in battle, it would be very difficult to live in their absence. Under the circumstances, that would be another kind of defeat for them. All this consideration by Arjun definitely proved that not only was he a great devotee of the Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. His desire to live by begging, although he was born in the royal household, is another sign of detachment. He was truly virtuous, as these qualities, combined with his faith in the words of instruction of Sri Krishna, his spiritual master, indicate. It is concluded that Arjun was quite fit for liberation. Unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge. And without knowledge and devotion, there is no chance of liberation. Arjun was competent in all these attributes over and above his enormous attributes in his material relationship.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Do you want to express your realization after reading this?
Hmm.
What is your understanding of this verse?
So he
It's
was
not
not,
necessary that you should be, because if you just read it for first time, it becomes very hard to explain as well.
yeah,
If it is not, just say no. What's your
he,
answer?
so he's still arguing, trying to bring his point, trying to avoid the war. He's
Yeah.
giving all excuses, like what killing the sons of Dhritarashtra, killing them all, and they're not. He's not sure that they're not sure. He's not sure he will win the battle. Could be either side winning it. It will still be a loss,
Mm.
and he prefers to beg to live. And for someone in like him who's born in a royal family, he's prepared to leave everything and to beg for living is a sign that he's someone who's detached
Yeah.
from
Yes.
material, and he's someone who's qualified, who's highly qualified. It says here, unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge. That's something we have to work a lot to get to that level. So Arjun is very high. He's a true devotee to Krishna.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Very good, Mataji. Madhuri, do you want to add anything?
Like sometimes we are in dilemma. He is standing in battlefield. Still, he's thinking like whether should I fight or not, and what will happen after. Even if we will win or they will conquer the battle. Loss is for him. Like he is not thinking like once he will win, but he will get all the happiness. He is not like that. He's thinking like what will happen even if we are winning the battle, then also we won't be able to enjoy anything. It's because he's a very pious and liberated soul. So he doesn't want to gain anything out of that battle,
Mm. By killing his own people.
killing his own people. Like it's always painful to see. And he's like very, very sensitive about
Yeah.
all this,
Soft at heart.
soft
Soft at heart.
hearted, to see all the bloodshed.
Okay,
They still
now
are. He's,
let's try and understand this analytically. So if we go to the verse, Nacha itad, we certainly do not know. Vidmaha, I do not know. Katran na guriyo. Katran means which is, and griyo means better. Which is better? Whether to kill or to not kill. Yeah? Yadva jayema, whether we should attain jaya. Jaya means victory. Yadiva no jayeyuhu, or we should not attain victory, that they attain victory. Either we win or we lose. For example, say in a like say cricket match, the captain says, "I don't know which is better. My team wins to the other team or to other team wins." So someone will say, issue is not simple here because yan eva hatva na jijivi vishamas. If they die, I will have no desire to live. Te vastitah prabhukhe dhatarashtraha. So those who I have no desire to kill, they are here in front of us to fight with us. And therefore the issue has become so very complex. And Arjun has three options here related to fight. Point one, fight and win. Point two, fight and lose. And third point is doesn't fight at all. That means run away from the battlefield. Right? So if we look at the point one, fight and win, kill his relatives, which he doesn't want, and the victory will be tainted with blood of his relatives. Point two, when the fight and losses, he was not worried for the losing this bet, but definitely he will not like this. Hmm? If he fights, he will win. He knows that. But if he, so losing was not the criteria when it is uh, Arjuna is concerned. Right? And third is doesn't fight, live a life of beggar, disgrace to Kshatriya, actually, and his Anaryan behavior, so that he will not perform his duty. So Kshatriya has to perform his duty as a warrior, and Krishna has already told him like Anarya, Aswargam, Akirti Karam, Arjuna. So it will be dishonor for your race. It will not lead you to heaven and it will lead you to the infamy as well, as long as you're alive. So do you want to live a life of an a beggar? You want to live a life of a dishonored person? Whether you want to live like life of a Akirti Karam, where you have infamy? So he's confused now. So lose situation. What should I do there is nothing to mitigate the situation. How should I move forward? So when he was thinking that, I don't know what to do. This is actually beginning of intelligent. And intelligence means to know what to do, and when we don't know what to do is intelligence. So if I don't know what to do, then how I will know what to do? So when we don't know what to do while looking around, then we look upon upbraid, seek guidance and seek help from the Supreme Lord Krishna. And when we do that, it is not that we always have opportunity to directly hear from Krishna. But Krishna is in our heart, and Krishna is present in the words of a guru, right? Because our parampara is like that we always follow our guru and we seek guru's instructions in our life. And guru, sadhu, and shastra, three things. So Krishna will guide us through these three measures. So now the question comes that which guru? This Chaitya Guru is sitting in the heart, right? Then Diksha Guru and the Shiksha Guru, third Guru. So Chaitya Guru is not talking to us directly, but he's talking to us through Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru.
What is
There
the
are,
difference between Diksha and Siksha?
okay, very good question. So Diksha Guru is the one who initiates you in the spiritual tradition,
Mm.
okay? And Shiksha Guru is the one who
No.
can distribute the same knowledge to you, but they are also disciples of Srila Prabhupada, for example, hmm, or they are disciples of Srila Prabhupada.
Mhm.
Because the Shiksha is not going to change. It is the same Shiksha. Whether it is my Guru Maharaj is giving or my Guru Maharaj's disciples are giving it to me. Or some other disciples uh, of some other Guru of one who is Srila Prabhupada's disciple directly. So like Srila Prabhupada sitting here on the top, and below that there are so many disciples of Srila Prabhupada. And those disciples are initiating other disciples. So basically the knowledge is coming in a parampara system, right? So the root is not changing. And for us, the root is Srila Prabhupada. And on above Srila Prabhupada is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Above that is Bhakti Vinod Thakur, right? And above that is Madhvacharya. Yeah. So like that. So our knowledge is not broken anywhere. The knowledge is coming in the Guru Parampara system in the written form, like it is in Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. So everything has been properly documented and there is no change, unbroken chain of disciplic succession. We are receiving this knowledge. Okay. So whenever we have this kind of question and we are perplexed, what do we have to do? We have to reach out to our Guru. Guru can be anyone, whether it's Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru. If you are able to reach out to Diksha Guru, well and good. But if you are able to reach to Shiksha Guru, then you should reach out to Shiksha Guru.
So, Prabhuji, you are Diksha or Siksha?
I'm Shiksha Guru at
Now,
the moment.
Shiksha,
Yeah.
because you are not initiating us now. Like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you initiate, then you become Diksha Guru.
Yeah. So once I probably in this lifetime, in case I get, the order by GBC, that's now you can start initiating people,
Mm.
devotees in the parampara of ISKCON. Then I'll become Diksha Guru. And then I will have disciples. And my disciples will become Shiksha Guru to other new coming people, those who are joining. Right?
Very good.
Yeah, it is like that. So it's a chain of succession of the gurus, Shiksha Gurus and Diksha Gurus.
Mm.
Is, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, thank
So
you.
Arjun has come to a mood he has frozen by indecision. And as he has frozen by indecision, he starts thinking that what should I do? And he starts realizing, I don't know. So what one should do when he doesn't know?
Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru, reach out.
He has to reach to the Guru and surrender to the Guru. That please, now I am perplexed. I don't know
Show
what to
me,
do. Please, can you
show
help
me
me?
the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you please help me in taking a decision? And that's where every field we need a Guru, isn't it?
Yes.
We need a Guru and the institute where we can get the knowledge. What is the institute? Like for engineering, I am for medical, you have medical colleges to become a doctor. To become a good engineer, you need maybe UNSW here in Australia. In
Mm.
India, it's IITs and IIMs for management studies, Harvard School of Economics, London School of Economics. So there are big institutes from where you get. If you do something from Google, will you get a certificate? No, you will not get a certificate. That's why we have a recognized institute. So in spiritual uh, study, there are four sampradayas which are recognized sampradayas. Yeah? Shri Sampradaya, then Madhava, Gaudiya Madhava Sampradaya, which we follow. Yeah? Nimbakacharya Sampradaya, which also they are followers of, uh, Krishna again. And then we have um, uh, the fourth one is the followers of Shiva. Okay. So all four are the recognized sampradayas or school of thought. Four schools of thought. They all take you back to Krishna only, ultimately.
Mm.
Okay, so you follow any of these, you are going into the right direction. But for us, we are following Gaudiya Madhava Sampradaya. Gaudiya Madhava Brahma Sampradaya. Okay, Brahma
Okay.
Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, whatever name you. But Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya is what we call it, and that's why it is Gaudiya, because Gaudiya started in Bengal and it is called as Gaudiya Mutt. So there are lots of Gaudiya Mutts are there available, but they all follow Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya. The school of thought is same. Okay, and we specifically are the followers of Srila Prabhupada. who is the follower of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and who was the follower of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And above that, there were many other acharyas. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Clear? Okay. Now we'll do verse 7, which is a very important verse. Karpanyadoshopahatah svabhavah
Karpanya
कार्पण्यदोषोपहत
स्वभावा
स्वभावः
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेतः
पृच्छामि त्वां
पृच्छामि धर्मान्
धर्मसम्मूढचेतः
समुधासिता
यश्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
यच्छ्रेयः सन्निष्ठितं
यच्छ्रेयस्थितं
ब्रवीतन्मे
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमा त्वां प्रपन्नम्
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमा त्वां प्रपन्नम्
Once more. कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः
कर्पण्यदोषोपहता स्वभावा
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेतः
पृच्छामि
पृच्छामि त्वं
त्वां
धर्माश्रमुधासिता
धर्मसम्मूढचेतः
यश्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
यच्छ्रेयसन्निष्ठितं
यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निष्टं
ब्रूहि
ब्रूहि
तन्मे
तन्मे
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमा त्वां प्रपन्नम्
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमा
साधिमं
त्वां
त्वं
प्रपन्नम्
प्रपानम्
2 lines at a time. कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावा पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेता
कर्पण्यदोषोपहता स्वभावा
पृच्छामि त्वां
पृच्छामि त्वं
धर्मसम्मूढचेतः
धर्मसमुधासितः
यश्रेयस्यां निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेह शाधिमा त्वां प्रपन्नम्
यच्छ्रेयसन्निश्चितं
यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं
ब्रूहि
ब्रूहि
तन्मे
तन्मे
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमा
साधिमं
त्वां
त्वं
प्रपन्नम्
प्रपानम्
Now, full shloka in one go. Karpanyadoshopahatah svabhava picchami tvam dharma sambhudachetaha yashreyascha nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhima tvam prapannam.
कर्पण्यदोषोपहता
कार्पण्यदोषोपहतस्वभावः
स्वभावा
पृच्छामि
प्रचामि त्वं धर्मसम्मूढचेतः
सम्मूढचेतः
यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं
यच्छ्रेयसानिश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
ब्रूहितमन्ये
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
साधिमां
साधिमं
त्वां
त्वं
प्रपन्नम्
प्रपादम्
Wonderful. Now, the translation. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So now I'm confused about my duty and I have lost all my composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Now, in this verse, Arjun asks Krishna to become his guru. Hmm? And Guru will all instruct his disciple from here onwards. Hmm? Up till now, he was acting as a friend to Arjun. Krishna was acting as a friend. But now he is going to act as Guru from here onwards. And then he will start instructing him in order for to instruct all of us at the same time. Yeah. Translation again. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. So if we, there is a verse in the fourth chapter which says, the that who is the guru? How do you know that who is the guru and what is the guru's duty in order to, instruct the disciple? So we will read that when we come to the fourth chapter, and that's where it will. Then we can again go back and read this verse again to see that how Arjuna is coming to this conclusion that now I need the instruction. I need a guru who will instruct me. Because Krishna told him that, that when you are, absolutely confused and you don't know what to do, then you have to surrender unto Guru, and Guru will uh, give you the right knowledge. Okay, purport. So, Madhuri, you can read. Uh, are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I can.
First two paragraphs you read, and then
Okay.
Saloni will continue.
By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step, there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life, which happens without our desire. They are like a forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. Similarly, the world situation is such that perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusion. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of the solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in the disciplic succession. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not, therefore, remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse. Who is
Yeah.
the man in material perplexities? It is he who does not understand the problems of life. In the Brahad Aranyaka Upanishad 3.8.10, the perplexed man is described as follows. Yo vat etad aksharam garge um, avidit avidit vasmal lokat praiti sa karpanaha. He is a miserly man who does not solve the problems of life as a human and who thus quits this world like the cats and dogs without understanding the science of self realization. The human form of life is a most valuable asset for the living entity who can utilize it for solving the problems of life. Therefore, one who does not utilize this opportunity properly is a miser. On the other hand, there is the Brahman or he who is intelligent enough to utilize this body to solve all the problems of life. Ya etad aksharam gargi vidit
Gargi. It is
was
Gargi. So when
gargi
there is a,
gargi.
yeah, line on A, it is A.
Oh, okay. I like to read that Sanskrit, so I am not very good at reading the English.
That's
With
fine.
it,
That's fine. I'm just
uh,
telling you because you're
yes.
reading it. So at the
So
right
they're good.
time, if you are told, then you will remember
Yes,
all.
yes, good. I did not know that. Thank you so much. Gargi Vidit Vasmal Lokat Prayetisa Brahmanaha.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Saloni, continue.
The Kripanas or
Kripanas. The
Kripanas,
Kripanas. Yeah.
the Kripanas or miserly person waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc., in the material conception of life. One is often attached to family life, namely to wife, children, and other members of the basis of skin disease. Oh. The Kripana think that he is able to protect his family members from death, or the Kripana thinks that his family or society can save him from the verge
Mm.
of death. Such family attachment can be found even in the lower animal, who take care of children also. Being intelligent, Arjun could understand that his affection for family members and his wish to protect them from death were the cause of his perplexities. Although he could understand that his duty to fight was awaiting him, still, on account of he could not
Miserly weakness.
miserly weakness, he could not discharge the duties. He is therefore asking Lord Krishna, the Supreme Spiritual Master, to make a definite solution. He offers himself to Krishna as a disciple. He wants to stop friendly talks between the Master and the disciple are serious. And now Arjun wants to talk very seriously before the recognized spiritual master. Krishna is therefore the original master of the science of Bhagavad Gita. And Arjun is a first disciple for understanding the Gita. How Arjun understands the Bhagavad Gita is stated in the Gita itself. And yet, foolish mundane scholars explain that one need not submit to Krishna as a person, but to the unborn within Krishna. There is no difference between Krishna's within and without. And one who has no sense of this understanding is the greatest fool in trying to understand Bhagavad Gita.
So beautiful, isn't it?
Actually, I am a bit confused myself here what they mean by
Why?
Krishna's within and without.
Understanding. Yeah.
Yeah. So Krishna is within us as Paramatma.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And
what is without?
without. Krishna is within and without. So even if you say that I'm living without Krishna, but still you are living with the due to the mercy of Krishna only, right? Even if you
Mhm.
say that, oh, I'm not with Krishna, Krishna is still living inside you, and Krishna is actually
Within.
managing you.
Yeah.
Even if you don't believe or see, believe or not believe is your choice. However, Krishna is still maintaining you, managing you. People don't even think that you know the rainy season has will come always on same time. The sun always rises at the proper time, depending on the season, right? And night happens at the right time. It is never like that, it got late or this today there will not be sun there will not be any sunlight. It never happens like that, right? So the whole arrangement is so nicely created and been maintained for billions of years. It's been going on. Hmm? And who is creating? See, the washing machine does not start and stop by itself. You have
Mm.
to start. Someone has to stop it. Washing machine does not come on uh, manufactured by its own. Someone is behind there, right? There is someone who has created the circuitry. There is someone who has created the machinery. There is someone who has assembled it, isn't it? And there are various types of washing machines. Some are semi-automatic, some are fully automatic. Yeah, and the various programs have been created on the uh, dashboard. Whether you want economy, whether you want uh, delicate clothes to be washed, etc. So every arrangement has to have somebody behind it. It does not come out on its own. So people, those who are atheist, so they are fine. So people don't say that, oh, yeah, Krishna is there or somebody is behind it. So making such statement, that no, nobody is like Bhagwan there. Everything is happening on its own. There is some power, but that power is Krishna. People are not ready to accept that. Okay. Any other question?
Like in this it's saying like we all, then like I am also Krupana because I do all thing for my family. So is it like but I think I have to do this is my duty, I have to do this, I have to do that. So whether I'm doing correct thing or not.
Very good question. So this is the thing is, that's why we are in the section of Karma Yoga to Bhakti. Okay. So ultimately, we have to go to Bhakti. Okay. So there are three ways to go to the Bhakti. By doing your prescribed duty, go to Bhakti. Do your
Mm,
prescribed duty means by feeding everyone at home, looking after your house, looking after your children, looking after your husband, parents, everyone, and still do the bhakti along with that. Feed them Krishna Prasadam. You do your sadhana every day by prescribed, doing the prescribed rounds, 8 rounds or 16 rounds, whatever you're doing, and then reading Bhagavad Gita every day, couple of pages. So that is your sadhana along with all the household duties that you are performing,
mm,
like buying the vegetables, buying the grocery, etc., and then cooking for them and feeding them Krishna Prasadam by cooking. So you are actually giving it a bundle of, you know, uh, duties along with your sadhana,
mm,
and then feeding your family with that. So you are doing from karma yoga to bhakti, and slowly your karma will start slowing down, and you can go towards bhakti completely. That will bring you to pure bhakti process, because your children are not going to remain children, I mean, younger than what they are now. They will grow older, and then they will become independent, so that time you don't have to worry about their cooking, bringing grocery, etc., etc. Your duties will reduce. When duties are reduced, you have more time to do the bhakti.
yes.
Yes. So when you have more time to do the bhakti, you can start doing the pure bhakti. Yeah, you can do absolutely at 4 o'clock. You are getting up and doing the Mangala Arati, and then doing Darshan Arati, then doing the Bhagavatam class, and then at the same time you are completing all your 16 rounds in the morning. Then doing your puja, etc. So whole day you continuously 24/7 you will become a bhakta that way.
Mm, mm,
So that is the process that we all have to follow slowly
yes.
to come to that level, and then spreading the Krishna consciousness at the same time. Whoever meets us, we talk about Krishna, we listen about Krishna, we always discuss about Krishna, and we distribute Krishna consciousness to others. So that way you are completely Krishnized.
Mm,
Yeah. So
mm,
when we do that, it is completely complete transformation in terms of what you were and what you are, or what you will be. So we are in the process of becoming the pure devotee of Krishna. So that is one way of doing it. Second way is, for some people directly jump into pure bhakti because they are ready to do that, because they don't have any household duties, they don't have any other jobs to do, they don't have to work and earn money. They can directly jump into the bhakti, like brahmacharis, etc.
mm,
Very young guys. They can come and join the ashram, and they can start doing the. But are they really doing it? It's a question of each one's acceptability and the time and how they are being monitored, etc., etc. And third thing is jnana to bhakti. Some people want jnana first. They want to know the philosophy first, and if they are convinced, they can go to bhakti. Yeah. So by jnana, they are coming to bhakti. They are receiving the knowledge. At the same time, they are trying to do the bhakti. And once they are completely satisfied with the knowledge, they are ready to do they are ready to jump into the pure bhakti from that point onwards, and still continue reading at the same time. And they also
mm,
distribute the knowledge. So from any angle, if you see, it is easier or possible to do the bhakti and jumping into the pure bhakti. It does not mean that those who are pure bhakta, they are not reading every day, they are not listening to the lectures every day. They also do that. Because receiving and listening and continuing discussing about Krishna all the time is very, very important, because this Maya is so
pulling
uh,
us.
difficult to overcome, you know,
Mm.
because Maya can catch you anytime. And that's where, it becomes very hard for anyone to get away from Maya. Either you can go to Maya or you can go to Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya means Krishna, or Mahamaya means not Mahamaya means the Maya that we should not be going to. The bad
Mm.
habits, etc., are all Mahamaya. It's worldly pleasures that you want to enjoy. They are Mahamaya. And Yoga Maya is that you are going to yoga, or that is union with the Krishna. Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. So that's the difference. Two Mayas. Yeah. And there is a Mayavati in Uttar Pradesh. Don't.
If you go to her, you get both.
Yeah. So India is, I mean, it's very, very hard to do the bhakti
Mm. It
because there's
is.
so much availability of everything and anything. Day before, I went to the general store and I was buying something, and one girl came from the college student, and she asked for cigarettes. I
Mm.
was shocked that India wasn't like this before.
Mm.
No,
Now,
it's changed.
and so this is how the Maya is catching up from that age onwards. So how their generation is going to be if they get into these kind of habits now? What will happen to their generation, the next generation, like that? So there is a huge requirement of preaching to this young generation this knowledge, which is essential knowledge that has to be given to people. Yeah, and that's where all the problems are. However, let's come back to our these two verses where we have to still discuss the points of seventh verse. And the seventh verse is very, very important in terms of how when you become perplexed and how we go and accept the guru. That's what Arjun is doing now. So karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. So karpanya is kripana, miserly weakness. So Arjun was earlier referred that you are very weak in Kshudram Daurlab Daurbalyam in verse. So same point Arjun is telling, yes, I have become very weak. Karpanya dosha pahata swabha. By way of weakness, I have overcome. Apahata swabhava. So my swabhava has been overpowered by karpanya, miserly weakness. So this is the situation. Prichami tvam. I ask you. Prichami tvam is tvam dharma. I ask you, what is my duty? Sammuda chetaha. My intelligence is bewildered. My consciousness is deluded now. And what I'm asking? Yashreya Shyam Nichitam Bruhitan me. I don't know what was the Shreya. What Shreya that I'm going to get? Actually, Arjun himself say what is Shreya. So two verses before, he was saying that Shreya Bhoktum Aloke in 2.5. So I think Shreya, better for me is to beg. So no, it is really right. The Kauravas has done so much wrong, and it is my responsibility as a Kshatriya to act. So what I should do? So he's completely undecisive at the moment, and he says that I don't know what is Shreya. So actually, tell me what is wrong, and what is my long-term goal, and what is long-term, uh, part of my service that I should be doing, and that is good for me. And then Shyam Nishchitam Bruhi Tanme. Tell me what is for certain. My mind is going on this track for one moment, that track for one moment. So I am, com- oscillating between the two. And it is as it is going on multiple tracks, so it is leaving me undecided. So Shishyasteham, I become your disciple, Shadi Matvam Prapannam. Sadhi means instruct me, and Prapannam, I surrender to you. This is very important verse in Bhagavad Gita. And Srila Prabhupada purport is also a very classic purport. Uh, Prabhupada's purport focuses mostly on on the theme of perplexities. Material world puts us in perplexity. Should I do like this or should I do like that? When we are put in perplexity, we just wanted to know how we should act. How? So when it is demanding, draining, and perplexing situation, no one wants it, but it comes. We should turn towards God during that time. And how we can surrender towards God? Surrendering to a spiritual master is the way to surrender God. So Shishyasteham, I surrender to you. Many time people say, I know Bhagavad Gita. Yes, you may know it intellectually, but truly you know when you turn towards the will of the God, Lord. As long as we don't have the desire to do the will of the Lord, till that point our knowledge will remain theoretical. And we can say that I do not know the will of the Lord. Yeah. So the Shastra is there for us. Shastra gives us guidance and what different devotees have done in different situations, and based on that, we know what the will of the Lord will be for us, and when we know the will of Lord in broad situation. So we will also know the will of the Lord in specific situations. So generally, the will of the Lord is we should be Krishna conscious and we should avoid the immoral activities. We have to know these things gradually in specific situation. Also, we will come to know the will of the God. And then he says, Shishyasteham swadhimatvam prapannam. So Srila Prabhupada writes about Brahman and Kripana. Brahman is the one who live in such a way to seek absolute truth for long-term goals. And Kripana will be very short-sighted. He only thinks to a
Today.
day or two or three maximum, he will think. Very short-term goal. Yeah. So he will look for shorter gain. So this is about Shreya, long-term goal. And what is miserly weakness? That is bodily attachment. Attachment to one's family, relatives, based on bodily conception. So he's my brother, he's my mama, he's my uncle, he's my niece or she is my nephew, like that. And this conception, bodily conception, will lead to bondage. It leads to suffering. It leads to complication in life. One needs to pull oneself away from so that one can focus on God. And Arjun has now overcome by bodily attachment and unable to think what is right and what is wrong. If we see our relatives as devotees, then it is spiritual. Because now they are also on the same path where you are as well. Maybe there is a difference in way they have adopted the Krishna consciousness and you have adopted the Krishna consciousness. They might have adopted later than you, but there might be a chance that they are better than you as well because they understood better than you, probably. The Prabhupada said we all need spiritual master in our life. We think how many times we can turn to Guru seeking advice. And spiritual master is not only a person, a spiritual master is definitely a person, but he's also principle. What is the principle? See, I used to ask my Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, can we do it like this, or what should I do in this situation? Guru Maharaj used to say, see what Prabhupada has said. His answer used to
Mm.
be like, see what Prabhupada has said in this book. See the Bhagavad Gita, so and so chapter, so and so verse. He used to point it like this. The Devi hi Aisha Gunamai Mama Maya Durtyaya. Mama Evaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite 7.14 verse. How to surrender and how to overcome the difficulties of the material world. That if you surrender to me, I will take you out of this material glitch. But the condition is you have to surrender to me. And surrender is not that easy. Complete surrender takes a lot of time. and it takes a lot of determination. Or a smaller example, coming to the temple is also not possible for people. Once in a week, no, I cannot come. 15 days a week, no. Once in 15 days, no. Once in a month, people don't come. I mean, if we can't have that determination, that call from inside that I should be going. Yes, Gopinath is calling me, standing there to hug you, but we don't go. I'm not pointing fingers on anyone, but I'm just making a generic statement that, people avoid. As long as keep on avoiding, as long as everything is happening on my, lounge room over the internet, it is fine for me. I'm enjoying that. But anything crossing those limits, no, that's not possible for me. Because if we don't do any uh, austerity, how the things are going to be with you? And then people can say, oh, I'm reading Bhagavad Gita for so many years, I'm doing so much puja, this, that, still I'm suffering. But we don't see how much are we surrendering ourselves to Krishna in order to get that. Okay. So I think we'll stop here. Any questions?
So till now, Krishna Arjuna was also like Kripana. He was also thinking about all his family members, like
Yeah,
even Dhritarashtra's sons and his own relatives and all. But
yeah, yeah.
this
Because
after
there
this,
are many
he
things
was.
where his emotional
Mm,
angle, compassion, compassionate nature as a devotee. So all those things were coming together. But that's
mm,
where Krishna is instructing him that look, I have already killed all of them. You are only becoming an instrument.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glorifying you by doing that. If
mm,
you are not there, I would have used somebody else to
mm.
do that. But I want you to become that glorious
The
person.
Guru chooses his
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
Shishya.
yeah. So you take the Olympic gold medal,
Mm,
for which you have not done anything.
mm. Mm.
All right, let's do Vaishnava Pranam and then we close today's class. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Thank you. Hare Krishna.